this is straight door knocking on expired. So I have not called these people. I'm actually going directly to the door. And the reason I like going to the door, and certainly in my area, we have so many people that do make the phone calls, which is great. But the problem is in this area here, a lot of people, obviously they get upset, they get frustrated with all these realtors calling. So I like to show up at the door. And when I knock at the door and I speak to them, their personality is very different than on the phone. So in person, they're more personal. They'll actually talk with you. And so I like to do that. Now, for this demonstration here, because of time, I put a whole bunch of them together. And the dates on here, some of them are like they just literally expired. And some of them go back to maybe about 10, 11 months.
Okay.
So even the older ones are great, by the way. But I love to go hit those doors because nobody else is doing it. See, people are sending mailers and then people are calling, which is important to call. But for me, I love just going to the door and just seeing those people belly to belly.
Wonderful. Before we started, you kind of gave some good ratios, some good kind of statistics on your experience
Correct.
of knocking doors. And so why don't you share with the audience?
Yeah.
Well, one, how often do you do this? And then two, what are the results you've seen over the last 20 years of doing this?
Yeah. So here's the results on this, or here's the expectations. We go to 10 doors, we're going to get 3 people that answer. It normally takes 6 people or 6 doors to get somebody to set up an appointment.
Okay.
So the numbers are actually very good. If you do this 3 times a week, you're going to go to, depending on how many you go per session, but if you're doing 10 doors a session, you go to 30 doors, you're going to speak to about, 9 people or so. There should be an appointment right there.
Yeah.
And usually those appointments are going to turn into a listing. They're going to be very, very good appointment to list ratio on these things. Now, because of the other 7 that doesn't answer, I do one of these. I have a door knocker that I put on the door. So yeah, there you go. So I have a door knocker that I put on the door because I don't want to waste the opportunity if I get there. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So I do that. So I have this, double-sided door knocker and I put it there. And that's pretty much it. That's what we do. We go to the door. So if you do this,
I'm going to read this and
sure, please. Yeah, go for it.
Sorry I missed you. If you're still interested in selling, please call me ASAP. Thanks, Dan. I specialize in selling homes that failed to sell the first time around. Dan Valley, Royal International Realty. Call or text me today. And then on the back, I have a marketing plan that is designed to get homes that failed to sell
get sold the second
time around.
And then what I do is I put there and includes, and I have things that I do, again, to differentiate myself from everybody else. And then I put on here, I have over 26 years of experience. I'm a professional negotiator. I provide the service that you deserve. And that's what I do. And I have a phone number on there. The phone number is actually a different cell phone that I actually have with me here. I have a special cell phone that I keep in my car that's only for that. So this door knocker here is specifically designed for expireds only. And it goes to this cell phone right here.
That's great.
So if this rings, I know it's an expired.
I was just about to say, as a marketer, one of the most important things you want to do is have message to market match. And you're talking specifically to expireds. This thing's about expireds. And in their mind, obviously, and in their mind, you're making a really great connection. I love how this is super fine-tuned. Now, this could probably also work for FSBOs or...
You could do the same thing with yourself. You just got to reword it a little bit.
Yeah, it's like taking your script verbally, and it's almost like a written voicemail message.
Exactly.
That's so cool.
Exactly.
I love it.
That's exactly
I love it.
And then you're probably wondering, hey, what am I going to say at the door? So pretty much here's a script that I use.
Here's the script. You want to read it off for us?
Yeah, sure. So I say, for example, hi, John, because I have the name on the REDX form. So I'll call him by the first name. So, hey, John, my name is Dan with Royal International Realty, and I'm here to see if you're still interested in selling your home. Mm-hmm. They're going to say yes or no. If they say no, then I say, well, if you had sold, where were you planning on moving next? And then they'll tell me. Then I'll say to them, hey, I'm sure at some point you may be interested in selling again, right? So when do you think that might be? Because I want to know in their mind, what time frame are we looking at? Is it 3 months, 6 months? Sometimes that opens up a conversation.
Yeah.
And then what happens in this case is if they say, hey, in about 6, 8 months, then I'll schedule something for a little bit out. Obviously, I'll follow up with them.
Yeah.
But if they are interested, then I'll say, great. Hey, well, when the home does sell, where are you planning on moving to next? Because I want to make sure that they're still obsessed.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Right. And then I'll say, great. I'd like to apply for the job of selling your home. And I'm available and then I'll come up with a date and a time, and I'll try to close them. If they're resistant, then what I do is I say right here, I say, hey, John, look, I specialize, and it's the same thing as what's on the door knocker.
Yeah, it says right down, if they are hesitant, do this.
Yeah, I specialize in selling homes that failed to sell the first time around, and I got a marketing plan that gets it done.
Yeah.
See, it goes right with
It's
this.
like pain to solution. I love it.
That's it. And then I just reclose them again. I go, hey, I'm available Tuesday.
And you hand this to them, and so will you actually?
Yeah, that becomes my business card at that point.
Here,